Legal marijuana is just a week away, but when it comes to retail sales, Rochester just joined a number of Minnesota cities today in unanimously approving a temporary moratorium on cannabis startups. You can still grow pot for your personal use, but Rochester wants to wait until the state creates regulations and guidelines around cannabis businesses before they create their own. The state has already said it will not issue business licenses until 2025. In the meantime, cities across the state are scrambling to adopt ordinances spelling out what areas are on and off limits for marijuana smokers. The state law spells out where people can smoke and vape, but it doesn't say much about where you can't. John Croman joins us now with more steps they're already taking. John?
Hey, Julie, Lakeville and Duluth are the first cities to put together new city ordinances spelling out where you can't smoke marijuana. Lakeville City Council has a vote coming up August 7th. Duluth Council will vote August 14th. Over at the League of Minnesota Cities, they've been getting a lot of calls from cities large and small about how to regulate smoking and vaping in outdoor spaces come August 1st.
Under the Clean Indoor Air Act, cities can pass regulations limiting smoking, more than what the state does.
League of Cities attorney Kyle Hartnett is advising cities to take another look at what their current rules are for smoking tobacco in parks and public spaces.
You can't prohibit someone from using cannabis on their own private property. These certain areas they can't do, but everything in between seems to be left to the cities now to define where those areas are.
The city of Lakeville is leading the pack on reining in where people can light up.
These type of situations, typically, if there's a complaint, they'll go through kind of a citation process where we try to stay on the education side of things.
Mayor Luke Hellier says the city council will vote August 7th to outlaw smoking and vaping of tobacco and cannabis products in city parks, city-owned property, and public sidewalks.
Most of our downtown businesses are right about up to sidewalks. So part of that was so important is that we didn't want people smoking or vaping in front of a business when people were walking in, for instance. I think it's going to be one of these situations where cities are building the airplane while we're in the air. I think there's just a lot of unknown, and so it's going to be a lot of trial error and seeing what works.
Now, we've also reached out to the DNR to ask what the rules will be in state parks and camping areas. They say they are still exploring what the law actually allows and doesn't allow, and they'll get back to us on that. The folks at Target Field and U.S. Stadium tell us those places are already smoke-free venues, so they expect cannabis users to follow the same rules already in place there for smokable tobacco products. Julie?
All right. Thank you so much, John.